Hello, I'm doing my tree assignment. I picked silver maple, Acer saccharum. To identify this tree, it is deciduous. The buds are blunt, they're not pointy. There's usually 4 pairs of scales. They're very shiny and reddish in color. The leaves, they're about 5 to 7 lobes, widest at the base, with irregular teeth. Center lobe is narrow at the top and pointed. It has deep, narrow notches. The colors, silver white underneath and pale green above. The bark is smooth and gray when it is young and turns dark reddish brown with long, thin, narrow flakes of plates. To the first photo, I have a picture of the bark of my tree, a photo of the leaf of my tree, and a photo of the buds. It's a medium-sized tree, up to 35 meters tall and 100 centimeters in diameter, can live up to 130 years in perfect growing conditions. If it is in a forest, the crown will be high with an open, long trunk. If it lives in the open, it'll have a short trunk and be rounded at the top, just like the tree you'll see in the presentation. It grows best on rich soils and moist bottomlands. The fruits, it has wings. They're about 40 centimeters long. They have an angle of 90 degrees. Pruning cuts. This tree had very poor pruning cuts. The cuts do not follow the branch collars, so wall 4 and the other walls have a hard time to function to cover over the wounds, which allows pathogens to get into the open wounds. Tree would benefit from a crown thinning procedure to allow the reduced weight on the tree and allow more air movement. Tree has a decurrent growth pattern. All these photos are photos of bad pruning cuts. The first photo, wall 4 is struggling. The middle photo, there's no walls right there. In the third photo, wall 4 is also struggling. With the crown, there are no dead branches or any hangers. The live crown ratio is 100% and is very healthy. This tree is slightly unbalanced with a lean towards the east side due to codominant stems. Prune history is not very good, like I said before. Photos of the crown. The branch structure is really good. There's no cracks within the branches. There not look to be any previous branch failure. The tree is free of cankers, but the branches seem to be overextended and can present in weak attachments. Some of the lower branches show mechanical damage, which you'll see within a few slides. Some photos of the branches showing quite a bit of included bark. The first photo, I'm assuming, is a bad pruning cut, and then the other 2 photos are of included bark. The trunk did not have any cracks, only where the codominant stems meet. There was some dead and missing bark, could be from insect destruction or mechanical damage. There's also included bark where the codominant stems meet. There's some response growth where a bad pruning cut was made. So there's the codominant stems. It has a short trunk as it is growing in the open and not in a forest. The roots and collar, there's some mechanical damage from the lawn tractor or the grass trimmer hitting it. Very minimal root flare, no stem girdling roots. The soil in this area might be slightly compacted with the horses running around and the tractors and farm equipment going by it during the summer and winter months. Here's some pictures of the roots and root collars, some mechanical damage on the third photo. Other factors affecting tree health. The tree did not have any wind production, so it is exposed. The crown density was quite dense, interior branches being dense as well. There's no current threat of failure with this tree. Poor branch structure for the first photo, wind exposure, and then elevate and crown thinning needed. Here's some mechanical damage from the lawnmower roll bar. As you can see, it is very severe. And that's all for my presentation. Thank you very much for listening.